Hello and welcome to today's live practice. Today we are going to talk about the comparison trap. So often we go on social media and we compare our lives, our physical bodies, the way we look, the way we talk, whatever it may be. We compare ourselves to the way people seem on social media. But when we do this, we're usually comparing strawberries to blueberries because our journey, our characteristics, our life is very different than their life. And we're only seeing the best parts, the highlight reel of their life, or we're seeing their physical appearance at its absolute best, and sometimes with a lot of filters. Whereas when we look in the mirror, we're seeing ourselves when we just jumped out of bed and we may not look our best. So when we do this, it can really lead to feeling crappy. I don't know about you, but I have really brought myself down by letting myself spiral into that comparison trap. Let's go ahead and take a breath together and just begin to settle ourselves. Just breathing in deeply. Letting the breath go with a sigh. And I am trying to cover the stain on my shirt because I'm kind of clumsy sometimes and I drop something on my shirt. And this is the third time today I have recorded this video, so I was a little tired. I didn't feel like going and changing my shirt, so you got me like I am. My name is Lynn, and I am a somatic coach and a breathwork guide. My focus is breathwork because breathwork is so incredibly powerful for integration and healing, and it's really been life-changing for me and for many of my clients. So we're going to go into a practice, a very short practice, where we're going to focus on just accepting ourselves as we are and letting go of that comparison and finding our own worthiness just for being us, just for being our unique self, and celebrating our own journey, even if that journey hasn't been perfect. So if you have never practiced breathwork before and you have any health issues or you're pregnant, do consult your doctor before practicing breath work. And you also don't want to be operating machinery like a car or in water when you practice breath work. You want to be someplace where you can sit securely, where you feel safe and you feel supported. So I wouldn't sit on like a wobbly chair where you feel like you're going to fall off. Find a comfortable spot, maybe on your sofa, your bed, or I like to sit on the floor on a cushion and a pillow. So find that place that's comfy for you. We're going to use a very simple breath. The breath that we're going to use is, you are going to breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe in, picture water flowing into a pitcher. When you pour that water into the pitcher, the water is going to go straight down and it's going to fill from the bottom up. That's how we are going to breathe in. We are going to allow the lungs to fill from the bottom up. So as you breathe in, your belly will begin to expand. And then we'll open our mouth and just allow the breath to fall out of the mouth. So you'll breathe in through the nose, down into the belly, feeling the belly expand like a balloon, softening and expanding. Then just opening the mouth and letting the breath go. I will cue you when it is time to begin breathing. We're going to begin with a short little meditation, then we'll move into the breath, and then we will go into an integration where we will just sit being very still and just absorb the energy that we've helped to create. So if you could do so safely, getting yourself into that nice, comfortable position, blinking the eyes closed or gently gazing at something in your space. Let's take in a big, deep breath together, breathing in deeply through the nose, sighing it out, feeling the body settle, and moving your awareness to the natural flow of your breath. Just noticing the feeling of the inhale, the feeling of the exhale. Perhaps with each breath, you allow the body to settle just a bit more. Becoming aware of the feeling of the surface below you. Perhaps allowing the body just to melt into this surface just 5% more. Moving the focus back to the breath. And beginning to deepen the breath, bringing the breath deep into the belly, feeling the belly expand. Breathing in deeply and slowly, the belly expanding. And this time opening the mouth and letting the breath escape through the mouth. Now moving into the breath pattern, breathing deeply into the belly. Opening the mouth, allowing the breath to escape. Now, as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, feeling within a feeling of worthiness. This worthiness may come from the heart space, the solar plexus, or maybe it feels like it's somewhere else in your body. Just noticing this feeling of worthiness as you breathe. This may be a little tiny speck of a feeling. Now beginning to send the breath to this feeling of worthiness. Breathing deeply into this feeling of I am worthy. As you breathe into this feeling of worthiness, it grows and expands. Perhaps it began as tiny as the little speck of dust. And as you breathe, it's now grown to be the size of a pea. Continuing to breathe into this feeling of I am worthy just as I am. There's no need to compare myself to others. My journey is unique to me. Now maybe this feeling of worthiness has grown to be the size of a golf ball. Noticing what it feels like to feel worthy just as you are. I'm enough just as I am. I am worthy just as I am. Perhaps this feeling has grown to the size of a baseball. Beautiful. Continuing with the breath for just one more minute. Maybe now that feeling of worthiness has expanded to fill your entire body. And maybe even it's so big that it's created a cocoon around you. A cocoon of love and worthiness. Now letting the breath go, returning to the natural flow of your breath, and just allowing yourself to be here, continuing to focus on this feeling of worthiness. Noticing how this feels in your body. Noticing the thoughts that arise around this worthiness. Just letting it all be there, the feelings, the thoughts. Maybe placing a hand on the heart. And softly repeating to yourself, I am worthy just as I am. My journey is unfolding in perfect timing. Now taking in a big, deep breath. Sighing it out. When you're ready, gently blinking open the eyes and returning to your space. I hope this practice was helpful for you. It may be a good practice to, anytime you feel like yourself beginning to compare yourself to others, just taking in a breath, placing your hand on your heart, and just letting yourself know, I'm worthy just as I am. I'm on my own unique journey, and my unique journey is perfect for me. And maybe thinking about what opens up for me when I give myself permission to stop looking at the path of others and I step back onto my own path. I am here every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed it. If you hated it, please don't give it a thumbs down. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and follow me for future video updates. Like I said, I am here every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. PST. And please excuse this video if there are any tech difficulties. It has been a struggle, and I think I'm slowly getting there. Hopefully this video, the sound, the picture, and everything are just as they should be. So please be patient with me. I am sort of new to this, and I am learning. I am on my own journey of learning how to put on these YouTube lives. And I have thought about pre-recording them and editing them so many times and just making it easier on myself. However, I am kind of, it's like a challenge, sort of, to get these lives perfect. So I'm going to continue to do them live, just like this. And grab my free audio download. It's 10 minutes to calm. It will take you from feeling overwhelmed and frazzled to this beautiful space of calm and peace. And I will put the link down below for that. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful week, and I will see you next week without a stain on my shirt.